best ear maker and the best Disney tour guide.
Sister.
Granddaughter.
Favorite babysitter.
Sister-in-law. Cousin.
My sweet, beautiful granddaughter.
KK.
Our daughter.
Princess. Yella. Teacher.
Wife! And that list is never ending. I feel like everybody knows you in so many different ways. I really just wanted to ask everybody about you. When did you laugh the hardest with Kayla?
So there was this one time when me and Kayla were kids, and Kayla, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We were in the car, and Kayla, I don't quite remember the reason, but just began drooling to an obscene amount, to the point where it looked like a waterfall coming down her mouth. And it, rightfully so, freaked me out, but then I just couldn't stop laughing. And then you couldn't stop laughing, Kayla. And pretty soon, we were both just a bunch of wet, laughing children in the car waiting for our parents to get in. So there was that, and then there's also the time that you asked me what the food chicken was made of. And I think I laughed more than you did at that one, but both were pretty good. So
There are so many different ones that come to mind. Maybe the time in 5th grade when we were on the bus to Jekyll Island and we made up our own song about roly-polies. There was our beach trip together when she was talking about dolphins. Dolphins are the best, dolphins.
Anytime that we were up past midnight, you never knew what was going to happen on nights when we would all come home late from work and hang out in the living room. I cannot tell you the amount of times that Delulu was on the brain.
I love this answer. This is the classic Kayla and I story. And it's not even just in that moment we laugh the hardest, but every single time we're together, it comes up and I continue to cry from laughter. So we were in our sophomore year, and every single class we had together, because we are very codependent, and we were able to do it that year, and it was the best semester of our lives. And they were doing attendance, and I just think I was half awake, and for some reason, when the teacher called Lucas, everybody was getting called by first names. I heard my last name, Yocus, and I said, here. And then we turn around and Lucas, the real Lucas, not the imposter, is raising his hand awkwardly trying to say here and not knowing why I stole his name. That was very humbling for me, but also endearing. Kayla just supporting me in that moment, trying not to laugh super hard, but since that day, that has made us laugh more than anything else. Just love Kayla so much, her bright joy that she brings and all of the laughter. We have so many stories like that.
What's your favorite Coke story about Kayla?
It's probably the fact that she, I think, is the reason why I like Coke better than Sprite now. Because I used to be such a Sprite girly, and I think she's the reason it switched. So, big props to her.
I'd have to say my favorite Coke story with Kayla was when we'd gone to the World of Coke for I think it was either my 15th or 16th birthday, and we just had an absolute blast. It was awesome seeing her get so wide-eyed and excited in that place.
That's a pretty face. Oh, excuse me. It's mine. Mine. No. What?
This is alleged. I'm not confessing to a crime. Not sure. But I was running to the store because I needed to pick up groceries, and Kayla asked me to pick her up some Coke. I thought that I had purchased the Coke, but when I got back to the apartment, she asked me how much I owed her, and it was not on the receipt. And I told myself over and over again that I was going to pay for that Coke, and I never ended up doing it. Still feel guilty about it this day. But Kayla got her Coke.
If Kayla were here, what's a joke that you would tell her?
Simple. Mention Popcorn the chicken. May she rest in peace.
What's your favorite memory with Kayla at Disney?
My favorite memory with Kayla at Disney World is when we rode Rise of the Resistance for the first time, and we literally were so good about trying not to spoil it for ourselves, and when we got off of this ride, we literally had to sit and just process everything for like maybe 20 minutes or 10 minutes, like, and just sit there because of how amazing it was. Like, I just remember that, and it was so fun.
This one is actually at Disneyland, and it's most recently on our recent trip when you basically saved Amelia's life. I think it was a tragic memory, and at the time it was not funny at all, and it's still not completely funny, but I mean, it's a big deal, right? So I think that's going to be a memory that goes down in history that neither of us will ever forget. And I appreciate you and the fact that you were willing to save her life. So we love you, all jokes aside, and I hope you have a great day and feel very loved by Josiah and all your friends and everyone around you.
Kayla and I were just sitting around the house and we randomly decided to get up and go watch the fireworks at Epcot. We still had our Disney matching Christmas jammies on. We went and rode Spaceship Earth, got hot chocolate, and then watched the fireworks and immediately went home after. One of my best nights. Super simple, but super awesome.
Going to Disney World.
My favorite Disney memory with you is that time that I came to visit you and my lifelong dream of going to Disney on Halloween came true. And I made you laugh so hard on the Incredicoaster that I think you snorted a little bit, and it was great. I love you. Happy birthday. Cheers.
Hey, sweetie. Your birthday's coming up, and I was just thinking about all of our Disney trips, and I started thinking about how so many of my memories kind of are great reflections on just your character. And I was thinking about how spunky you are. And when I was thinking about that, I was thinking about the time when we were at Disney and we saw all of Mickey and his friends in front of the castle, and then the Snow Queen came out and she's doing all those terrible things to them. And then afterwards, you had the opportunity to meet the Snow Queen, and you quickly went up to her and you told her that you saw what she did. And you let her have it, and that was just so funny and so amazing. And then I think about how brave you are, and I was remembering about how your first time at Tower of Terror, you were so excited, and I really don't know if you were tall enough to ride the ride or not, but you were so insistent that you were going to ride it, and we were waiting in line, and all those college kids were so surprised that you were going to ride Tower of Terror, and how scared they were the first time they rode it. And you went on and they were all screaming, and the look on your face, you weren't quite sure why they were screaming, but then you decided you were going to scream with them just because it was fun. And just so funny how you just embraced that, and just how brave you are. And then I think about how just bold and sweet you are. I think about the time when you saw Sleeping Beauty, and she was so excited because you had on your pink sweatshirt and had her on the sweatshirt, and you were really quick to tell her that she's not your favorite princess, that pink's your favorite color and your mommy bought you that sweatshirt. But at the same time, when you saw Cinderella, it was so sweet, and you had such a special moment with her because you told her that Sleeping Beauty is not your favorite, you are. And that was so sweet and so special. And then I think about the first time you met your favorite, Buzz, and my favorite, Goofy. And just such a special and tender moment. And it was so priceless.
Don't forget about the time she had a frog on her head at the Haunted Mansion.
That was a good one. And I also love when we went to go see Mike and Sully, but Sully's sick. He threw up. But I would have to say my favorite Disney memory is when you were riding on my shoulder in Magic Kingdom and you fell asleep, riding on my shoulders, your head resting on top of mine. And that's just such a special one for me because you're my little girl. And I love you.
What Disney princess would you cast Kayla as, and why?
For the Disney princess that I would cast you, if I was someone who casts cast members, I would choose you for you to be Alice in Wonderland, because on the mini phone once you sent me some photos of you wearing an Alice in Wonderland outfit and you look just like her and beautiful. So I think I would cast you because you it looks like you have the most experience.
Okay, so answering the impossible question of which Disney princess Kayla would be cast as in my head, I've seen her completely successful at every single one. Merida, tough with the X. But I think my mind naturally runs to Tink. It's just like Kayla's little character. As much as I wanna say like Punzi, just because of the fun-loving attitude and like just the absolute like whimsy of her nature, I feel like Tink also has that, and she can have a little toot when she needs to. So I love that for Kayla personally. She can let you know how it is, but she's gonna be nice otherwise. Maybe it's been a while since I've seen Peter Pan, but we'll go Tink.
For sure, Rapunzel. She has so many dreams and the courage to pursue them, and Kayla is 100% just like Rapunzel.
It'd be the best auntie in the world because she's the best auntie in the world. Done.
What is Kayla really good at that she doesn't give herself credit for?
Kayla, besides being beautiful and feminine and sweet, you are intuitive, you are emotionally intelligent and possibly an empath. And I have noticed that in the way you deal with difficult situations and the way you deal with people.
Making hibachi. She never makes it enough.
How has Kayla impacted your life?
Kayla has impacted my life in a lot of positive ways. Obviously, there's too many to just recount, but when I first came to Cornerstone, I transferred from a public school setting, and so you could kind of tell that I was a fish out of water there, and that I didn't really know anyone all that well. And then Kayla and Sarah Grace and Taylor were kind of the first ones to reach out and kind of accept me in their friend group, and from then on, we just grew and blossomed together.
I'm so thankful that you married into my family, and I'm so happy that my brother has somebody that makes him so happy. A way that you've impacted my life is being somebody that I aspire to be more like. You are artistic, fun to be around, beautiful, nice, kind, pretty perfect. I think my brother did a good job. I'm going to be talking about Kayla and how much she's impacted my life. I've known Kayla going on about 4 years now, and we've seen each other through many, many seasons of life. Her unyielding faith and encouragement have helped push and motivate me as both a friend and individual. When I see her, I know my cheeks are going to hurt from laughing and smiling, and I'm also probably going to be delusional from lack of sleep. But she's offered so much encouragement regarding my journey with my faith and getting closer to God again. And it wasn't very long into our friendship before I knew Kayla would be in my life forever. And I'm so happy we've never looked back. She's shown me true friendship and sisterhood, and I'm a better person for knowing her.
Kayla, you have impacted my life because you have given me a sister, basically. I grew up with a brother, and I always wanted a true sister, and that is the biggest impact that you've had on my life, is you've given me a sister, somebody that I can text if I have a question. You're the person that I would go to for fashion advice that I always wanted a sister for. And this isn't part of the question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway. A memory of that for me was the day of my wedding, and you got so angry on my behalf about something that had happened at the wedding, and it really just like cemented in my heart, like, yes, this is my sister that I've gained, and that's been a huge impact on my life these past years, whether we've talked every day or just every now and then or whatever.
that's something that means a lot to me. So thank you for becoming my sister.
Before meeting Kayla, it was really hard for me to try and find friends that fit all of the different types of my personalities, whether that be my teacher self or my Disney self or my church self. And as soon as I met Kayla, I knew that I had found a friend for life because she fits all of those categories. And even if she doesn't, we find interests with each other, and I so much appreciate all that she's done for me, and I thank God for providing us the opportunity to be roommates together.
Impossible question to answer. How has Kayla impacted my life? Tremendously, wonderfully, whimsically, beautifully, spiritually. So how I met Kayla was, I was at my Lake Church ministry. I'm a year older than Kayla too, so it was her freshman year of college. And there goes my laundry machine. They really wanted to add that. Anyways, when I met Kayla, I was relatively new to ministry. I was trying to be a leader. I hadn't seen her there before, and so I walked right up to her and Sarah Grace and was just like, hey, how are you? Haven't seen you guys. You guys look really sweet. And just struck up a conversation. And before the end of it, I was recruited to work for the Princess Project. And I mean, truly, it's like the rest is history type of friendship. We just have continued through. It was when we were in the same ministry, when we then graduated and didn't see each other much. We've always stayed in contact through Marco Polo, which has been such a cute little friendship to have. And I just know that any day I can get on Marco Polo and tell Kayla what's going on, and I know that she's gonna get me. We just have kind of very similar thinking brains, and she's always, I know now not to say oh, sorry for ranting, or oh, sorry for all that, because I know she's gonna turn around and be like, there's nothing to be sorry for. And she's supported me also through my whole relationship. She's been one of the people to know everything through that. And we just celebrated me getting engaged together. So yeah, it's been such a blessing to have Kayla in my life. How has she impacted it? Beautifully. Truly. I'm so lucky to have her.
Hey, sweet girl. So hard to believe it's been 26 years since I gave birth to the most beautiful little baby girl. I just had no idea how much your life would impact me and just how many ways your life would change mine, and just the connection I would feel to you as your mom. And it's been such a privilege to be your mom. I don't know what I did for God to bless me with such an amazing girl to call my own, but I'm so thankful. And I just think about from the time you were just a little girl, just how you just always were wanting to be a friend to that child that needed a friend. You just never wanted to see anyone left out or alone, and being just willing to be someone's friend no matter what other people thought. And I just have always loved that about you, that you don't look at people's outward appearance, that you care more about their heart and about who they are than what they look like. And I think that's so unexpected when people see you and you're just so outwardly beautiful. They expect you to be more cliquish or snobbish, and you're not. You love people for who they are and for not what they look like or what they can give you. And I love that about you. And you just inspire me in so many ways with your creativity. I love how courageous you are. I love how strong you are to your convictions. When you decide you're going to do something, there's no changing your mind. It could be infuriating as your mom sometimes, but I see how well that has served you in life. And I admire that about you. And I wish I had half your bravery. I just think you're an amazing person. I love you so much, and I'm so proud to be your mom. And I'm proud to call you my friend, and I love you so much. I can't wait to get my next hug in February.
How has Kayla impacted my life? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry already. Really greatly. It's hard to put into words without crying, you know, of how much Kayla has impacted my life. Going into the DCP, I didn't really know what I was expecting. All I knew was that, you know, my cousin was gonna be my roommate and we would be living with 2 other girls. For all those who don't know, Kayla was the one who found all the roomies. As soon as room assignments dropped, everyone started sharing like, oh, I have like this number and this number, and I don't know, I think it took her maybe 5 minutes to find all of us, and I remember I was excited but also a little scared of, you know, what was going to be the next 6 months, what the next 6 months were going to be like, going into the Disney College program. Again, kind of knew, all because of Kayla, we all got to know each other a little bit, but I definitely didn't expect this blonde, blue-eyed girl to become someone very, very important to me. She's always there when, oh my gosh, Kayla, I'm so sorry if this is making you cry too. Kayla's always there when you need her. And, you know, no matter the time or what she's doing, she she is always ready to kill someone if you need someone to be killed. She loves hard, and she is very protective of her friends. And Kayla has been there with me through good times, bad times, and you know, I really cannot I really cannot imagine not having such a special person like Kayla in my life. She is someone who I am so like grateful to have, someone who makes me want to be better, and someone who I can rely on and bounce ideas off. I can be having a bad day and I can just text her and say, hey, can we chat? And you know, we'll FaceTime. Living states apart hasn't affected our friendship. On the contrary, I think it's made it stronger. Whether it's FaceTiming and watching The Summer I Turned Pretty or Gilmore Girls, or just, you know, keeping each other company while one of us drives somewhere, even if that's an almost 4-hour drive from Bronzo to San Antonio. But all I can really say again is Kayla is the best person to have around, and one of the most extraordinary people that someone can be blessed with to have in their lives. I love you, my Galinda, my Punzi, my pink to my blue, and I cannot wait for the rest of our lives and going on adventures and more trips together.
What's a favorite gift that Kayla has given you?
My favorite gift from Kayla was the giant Disney World Stitch shirt that she got me a couple years ago. It was always big, but it was the only shirt that fit in the late end of my pregnancy. And then I also love the Stitch blanket that she sent me this past September for my birthday because she still thought about me, even being all the way across the country.
Hi, Paul. What do you imagine is the best present that Kayla has ever given me? Oh, what about those brilliant Mickey Mouse ears you're wearing right now? I think you're right. Thanks, Paul.
The best gift I ever got from Kayla is when she let me take Chase's chicken wing. It only would have been better if she would have shared her Coke with me.
Kayla gifted me a pair of earrings, actually these earrings, when she asked me to be her bridesmaid, and I love wearing them not only because they are absolutely adorable, but it reminds me of spending one of Kayla's best days with her.
The thing that I think is very memorable are the caps that you made for us for Christmas. I think they were super cool, and that they were inclusive of both Disney and just the Christmas theme. I think it'll be something we'll hold on to, and pictures that are truly life-lasting.
I know. I wear it when you're in a fit. A body. That's a big house. Ready? That yes. I how fatty. It away.
What's one of your favorite videos of Kayla?
So my favorite video of Kayla, I'm gonna send separate to Josiah, and with his super editing skills, he's gonna like overlay it or do something with it. So we were at Crystal Palace, and she sees Pooh coming around and she just like freezes and has one of the best reactions. It's kind of Kayla's just like reaction when she sees any character that she's madly in love with, which I love, you know, especially if we're seeing Aladdin or Flynn Rider or something like that. It's the best. So this is one of my first reactions of like seeing Kayla react to a character that she very much loves, and it's one of my favorites.
What's one of my favorite videos of Kayla? Definitely the Constitution video that we made together in middle school for a project. I remember that we only spent maybe a minute making the actual Constitution video, and then we had about 5 minutes worth of the most ridiculous and stupid bloopers that we stuck at the end of it. And in the end, I'm kind of glad that the teacher was the only one who ended up watching it.
The favorite video I have of Kayla, and I think she already knows which one I'm going to talk about, is the video I have from our very first Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Christmas party. We were watching the Christmas show at the castle, and the characters started coming out. They weren't really like saying explicitly like who the characters were. So it was a surprise for all of us. However, with this one, you know, we heard Mexican music and a grito, and Donald Duck yelling "Mis amigos." So we already knew it was gonna be Panchito coming out, and I remember I was able to turn around and Kayla was right behind me in her elf gear, so she was full on Christmas. Like, it was as if Christmas had thrown up on her, but she looked absolutely adorable with her little elf ears, and just her reaction. So I think that has been like my favorite character reaction of Kayla, and like the favorite video I have of her. And I would love to share that video, so.
I hope this video reminds you of how cherished you are and how many priceless memories you have with everybody. You are so loved, and we all hope you have the best birthday ever.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
We wish you a birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Kayla.
Happy birthday. I love you.
Happy birthday, Kayla, and I love you so, so much.
Happy birthday, Kayla. I love you.
Love you, Kayla.
I love a cake. And she is my best.
Love you, Kayla.
I love you, and I hope you have the best day ever.
I love you. Love you. To infinity and beyond.
I love you, Kayla.
I love you. Happy birthday.